Here.
Hamilton,
Here.
Hart. Present. Robinson. Baxter.
Here.
Harris. Here. Fowler. Here. Insulaco.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you. If everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer for Mr. John Barber, please.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you in this most precious season, Lord, and we just thank you for the gifts that you have given, Lord, especially the city and the council members here today, and we just pray that you would just give us your spirit that we might be giving and loving towards one another in this season and each and every day of our lives. We do pray for protection on the police and the fire and the electric department, and thank you again for all you do in Jesus' name. And all God's people said,
Amen.
amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second.
Motion Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Hart.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
Thank you. Anybody want to see the communications pool? If not, I'll ask for a yes, a motion to accept and file.
Motion to accept and file.
Thank you. Motion second.
Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Hart.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Fowler.
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Hollingsworth, are you there? Where did you go? There's Terry. Terry, if you'll come up, there's presentations for you if you don't mind. I have to have you identify yourself if you don't mind. Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. My name is Terry Hollingsworth. I'm the Pulaski County Circuit and County Clerk. And I love your festive sweaters. I think it's great. But I do definitely want to say good evening to Mayor Hartwick and the council members and to the listening audience. I just want to share some election information. We're coming up next Tuesday, December 30th, marks the first day of early voting for House District 70. And that's a primary voting election. And so for residents in parts of North Little Rock, Sherwood, specific neighborhoods like Overbrook, Indian Hills, Crestwood, Fairway, Lakewood, Summerwood, Shady Valley, JFK, and Park Hill. So we want voters to know that they need to cast their ballot to determine who's going to be the Democratic candidate running for this election. The candidates are Cordelia Smith-Johnson and Alex Holliday. So we need for folks who are certainly listening and watching in this meeting, if they aren't sure if they're in that district, to look at VoterView or Google VoterView, and that way they can put in their first name, last name, and their date of birth, and they can determine what district that they are in. And definitely, if they need to register to vote before the March election, we want them to look at that as well. And on December 30th, early voting, of course, begins from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. There's no weekend voting. There's only 2 locations, and that's the Pulaski Regional Building, which is, of course, across the water at 501 West Markham, and then the First Christian Church of Sherwood. Even though this is parts of a North Little Rock race, the other location is in Sherwood. So on January 5th, that's the last day of early voting. And January 6th, of course, is when the polls will be open from 7:30 to 7:30 p.m. So please make sure that you vote at your assigned polling location. And of course, if they just moved into the county and moved into those areas, they can actually, not from another state, but from another county, they can actually register to vote on that same day. So to make sure that they can vote for their candidate. Of course, the primary election and annual school elections will be starting in 2026. February 2nd is the last day to apply to register to vote for that March 3rd election. It's always 30 days before the election if you know of anybody who needs to register to vote, and if you know any 17-year-olds that are going to be 18 by March 3rd. So February 17th, of course, early voting begins, and that's going to be from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m., and we will have Saturdays from 10 to 4. And then, of course, the Election Commission will have those posted in terms of where all the locations will be for early voting. Sometime soon, they haven't put that out just yet. The last day of early voting, of course, is March 2nd, and that'll be 8 to 5 p.m. Then March 3rd is Election Day. The polls open from 7:30 to 7:30 p.m. And of course, this is the election where we are voting for our governor, we're voting for who's the county clerk, we're voting for who's going to be the treasurer, all those kinds of wonderful
You want to say anything
races.
at that time right now?
Actually, I didn't garner an opponent, so
Hey,
my name will probably be on the ballot, but I won't have an opponent, though. And of course, we'll be voting for who's going to be our state representatives and state senators. So we certainly want people to get out and make sure that they vote. And thank you for letting me start off your meeting tonight, and have a happy holiday. But please, everybody, vote, vote, vote.
Thanks, Terry. Appreciate you so very much. Good seeing you. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. If anybody'd like to pull an item, I'm asking for a voice vote on the consent agenda. That'd be R-25-214 to R-25-218. Anybody want to pull one? If not, I'll ask
I'd
for...
like to pull number 220 and 221, please.
Pulling 220 and 221. Gotcha. So with that, I'm asking for approval on 214 to through 219, correct? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. So R-225, 220, he wanted to pull, so go ahead and let's go to that. That'd be new business, so 220, please call it.
R-25-220, a resolution waiving formal bidding requirements and authorizing payment to Motorola Services for the maintenance and support of the North Little Rock Emergency Services radio system.
Move for adoption.
To adopt, yeah.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
The second?
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
I was a little confused there. I was waiting for someone to
I
put it on the
didn't hear a
floor.
second,
Yeah, I
There was a
believe,
second on here.
I believe
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Insalako
Sorry,
seconded
I
it.
didn't hear it.
There was a
Now,
motion
could
and
we
a
just
second.
have a quick discussion, or has the voting started? I don't want
Mrs.
to miss.
Fields,
I think, I couldn't hear a second, so I
there
can
was a second.
understand
There
that
is a
Mr.
second.
Hamilton
There
may
was a
not have
second.
understood.
Wait a minute, so you know there was a second, okay?
I understand that now. I also
So you-
understand he may not have heard it, and I think in fairness, he
All
should be able
right,
to
so you think it's fair.
ask
So
his
questions?
Just a
Mr.
question.
Hampton.
I was just wondering, I just would like to know, whenever we're waiving bidding requirements, I think this, with the North Little Rock, with the emergency services radio stuff, I understand some of these are sole purchase type stuff, but I'm kind of wondering about the process we went through and what type of obstacles are in the way, why we don't put this out to bid. I totally understand that there are good reasons for it. I'd just like to
Kim?
kind of go over those for a second.
Thank you.
Kim Francisco, Director of Emergency Services. So the city of North Little Rock is a participant in the AWIN network. That's the Arkansas Wireless Information Network. It is a statewide network, and all of our radios within the city operate off of that. And that means we can operate anywhere in the state of Arkansas, and we have interoperability with other agencies, some of the federal agencies, a lot of the state agencies, different counties, different cities, being a part of this system. So back, I want to say, maybe 2009, when the city of North Little Rock went with AWIN. We subscribed to the AWIN network. The city purchased and decided to go with Motorola infrastructure inside of the communication center. And that means our center operates on Motorola infrastructure. And the radios, their end of service life, I believe they're expected to go out of service in the year 2030. And until that time, we have to maintain the current system. Motorola is the only person who can work on that system. They don't allow anyone else to come in and operate off of that system or work on it. And that's why we have to maintain an annual service agreement with them. We could, I guess, not have an annual service agreement with them, but in the event our radios went down for our fire, our police, or anything like that, we would be hard-pressed to get someone that would be able to come in and fix them.
Yes, sir.
I certainly don't want to not have a service agreement. So, and I'm in support of this completely. It's just I have heard from other cities who are becoming upset at being kind of held hostage almost by some of these emergency services providers, including fire trucks and equipment and stuff. And I was just wondering, kind of from your perspective, is there any other alternative? I mean, there's no alternative to this. We should get one, but until 2030, are we done?
We're stuck with Motorola until then. But I will tell you, we've had discussions about starting a working group to look at other options when that comes around. So yes, sir, to answer your point, we will be looking at other options outside of the Motorola radio system when it comes time for this system to go out of support.
That's great to know. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, there was a motion, a second, so please.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco.
Yes.
Please call 25-221, please.
R 25-221, a resolution waiving formal bidding requirements and authorizing payment to at and T Enterprises LLC for the purchase and maintenance of equipment for the North Little Rock Emergency Services, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a multi-year contract for the subject services not to exceed 5 years.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
I don't have any questions.
No questions on that. Motion adopted, seconded. Thank you.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco.
Yes.
R 25-222, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution certifying the amount of a cleanup lien to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real property located at 2511 East Arkansas Avenue in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Thank you. I need to call a public hearing on that, if you don't mind, so I'll convene a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against R 25-222, please come to the microphone. R 25-222. Seeing none, I'll adjourn the public hearing.
Move for adoption.
Second. Motion seconded.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
R 25-223, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution certifying the amount of a cleanup lien to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real property located at 4105 Rogers Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Again, I need to call a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against R 25-223, please come to the microphone. For or against? Seeing none, I'll adjourn.
Move for adoption.
Second.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
R 25-224, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution certifying the amount of a cleanup lien to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real property located at 1220 Gum Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Again, I need to call a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against R 25-224, please come to the microphone. Seeing none, I'll adjourn the public hearing. Motion?
Move for adoption.
Second.
There's a motion, second.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
R 25-225, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution approving and certifying amounts of liens to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real properties in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, as a result of grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances.
Again, I need to call a public hearing on R 25-225. Wishing to speak for or against, please come to the microphone. For or against? Seeing none, I'll adjourn the public hearing.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Thank you.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco.
Yes.
O 25-103, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
An ordinance approving rental rates and fees for the North Little Rock Event Center, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all ratings. Second.
Motion suspended, seconded.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
Motion?
Move for adoption.
Second.
There's a motion adopted, seconded.
On the motion to adopt, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
O 25-104.
I'm going to ask a question. Raul or Kim, can y'all come forward just for a second, please? One of y'all, please. So if you don't know in the audience tonight, this is Kim. Raul, if you'll stand up, please. They're doing a lot of the work for the event center. Real fast, just for questions, how many calls have you had on the event center so far, Kim, right now? Not how many bookings, but how many calls you
How many
do.
calls? Over 100.
So right now, I toured the event center today, I went to it, it's really taking shape. I think we'll be able to walk into it pretty soon, so right now she's getting over 100 calls about the booking of the event center, which is good. I know we've got an event coming up, you've already got one event, you're supposed to probably call them tomorrow and give them the price, is that correct, for February?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Any questions you might have for Kim or them? Thank you for what you're doing, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
O-25-104, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
An ordinance adopting North Little Rock Electric Department net metering rules, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second. Motion suspend a second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes. Move for adoption.
Second. Motion adopted, second.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Thank you.
O-25-105, Councilmember Baxter.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a special use to allow an in-home daycare in an R3 zone for certain real property located at 1307 West 47th Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend all ratings.
Second.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes. Move for adoption.
Second.
On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross? Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
O-25-106, Councilmember Baxter.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a special use to allow a day spa in an I-2 zone for certain real property located at 8712 Counts Massey Road in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all ratings. Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes. Move for adoption. Second.
Hang on, but Miss Kim, you're okay right now, I guess? Looks like it's going up for adoption, not the other Kim, another lady behind you. We're good? Okay, I just know she's got signed up to sign. So-
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I am,
Go ahead, this is
I'm going to call this on behalf of Councilmember Robinson because she's out due to a death in her family.
Okay. An ordinance waiving certain sections of Article 7 of the zoning ordinance, ordinance number 9263, for certain real property located at 401 Olive Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to waive landscaping requirements, waiving certain sections of Chapter 94 of the North Little Rock Municipal Code to waive driveway requirements, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Motion to adopt.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Travis, you're okay, right? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
O-25-108, Councilmember Hart.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a conditional use to allow an accessory dwelling unit in an R4 zone for certain real property located at 1323 West 9th Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Miss,
The
hang on, let me go ahead.
Let's get a
I
motion.
was fixing to get a motion.
motion.
Please.
Move to adopt.
Motion
Second.
adopt. Second. Now, Miss Ross.
Oh, I was just going to ask Sean, why are we having to approve this? I thought that the state, could Sean?
Well,
And
I let him in.
Kevin, you're out there, aren't you? I saw you Where's Kevin Watkins?
No,
No, this is,
I know.
this is
I know.
Mr.
Accessory
Wilson.
dwelling,
Something else.
accessory dwelling, why,
So we have two accessory dwelling unit ordinances. So we have the one the state's approved and one that we've had an existing one. So what's being before you today is from the existing ordinance.
okay, so it's basically grandfathered in, or the state?
No,
or-
it's, we haven't removed it from the ordinance, so
So the
it's not.
state, so the state doesn't overrule what we have here now?
You have two choices. You can do the state version or the city version.
Now, and Sean, I have a different understanding of this particular one, is that this one did not meet the, like we can't have more stricter restrictions
that's why I
than
was
what
wondering.
the
Correct,
ordinance
yes,
allows.
Right.
But what they are asking for is, I think, a reduced setback. Am I right on that,
Location.
Sean?
It's more
The
of a location issue.
doesn't fall within the state
Oh, okay.
statute.
Okay, so this
And
is
so
more-
they have to get this approved
So
because
it's just the location on the lot?
It's the
Okay,
location
that's
on
what
the
I
lot
needed.
is why it has to go to
Kevin,
you all.
and I have two people, Kevin and Brian. Y'all okay with this right now so far? Kevin and Brian? You're okay with what's going on right now? You want to say?
No, Kevin was something else. This is a different piece of
No, it's
legislation.
108 is what they signed up for. 25-108 is what I got down.
Mr. Wilson.
Well,
But
I'm
it's
just
fine.
saying, I got Brian Wilson, 25-108, and Kevin Watkins, 25-108.
He meant 109, it's fine.
So where are we right now?
I asked for us to move to adopt.
Okay, there's a motion to adopt
Second.
and a second, okay. I
On the
tried.
motion, Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
O-25-109, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
For consideration only, an ordinance granting a conditional use to allow an auto sales in a C4 zone for certain real property located at 1623 East Broadway Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Motion to suspend.
Second.
There is a second.
Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Is there a
Second.
is there a
Yes.
second? Did I hear a second?
Second.
Is that you, Hammond? Nathan? Thank you. All right.
Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
O-25-110, Councilmember Hamilton.
Please call it.
An ordinance amending Article 14, the sign ordinance of ordinance number 7697 to include the Main Street Sign Overlay District, declaring an emergency, first reading.
Thank you. With that, I need to call a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against this on O-25-110, please come to the microphone. Seeing none on the public hearing?
I think he's getting up.
Oh, are you? Okay, come on, if you're getting up, please. How you doing, Reverend?
Blessings unto all of you. We definitely give honor to all of you and thank you for your leadership. And we very much appreciate all that you're doing for our city to keep it safe. We're asking that you all would extend to us just a little adjustment to our sign that we already have. We want to replace it, the manual sign, with an electronic sign, and whatever stipulations you put as it relates to the timing, the brightness, or even the content, then we're willing to adjust to that. But we are asking that you would consider that for us.
Thank you. Nicole, stay there if you don't mind, sir.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
So with these particular things, I've had these conversations in some of the communities in other locations. Did you have from the surrounding community? Because when we do this, it sets a precedent for other things moving forward. So with you all, with respect to what you're trying to do, if we set it for you all, then it may shift the narrative for anybody else trying to do the same thing. Have you had any opposition from the surrounding community or people who live in that community that may be affected by the sign? Because electronic sign, and it has to do with lighting and all of those type of things. Have you experienced anything?
No, we haven't, and we do have the community support on this.
Anybody else? This is a public hearing. Mr. Hamilton.
Well, do we need to close the public hearing before I give a little comment?
If it's up to you, I don't ask if anybody else out there would like to speak for or against this, please come to the microphone.
If you want to speak forward, please speak.
Please identify yourself if you don't mind, sir.
How you doing this evening?
Identify yourself, please.
Kevin Holmes.
All right, Kevin.
Kevin, if I understand correctly, you're the one who's the contractor who builds the sign?
Yes, sir.
If I have any questions, can we ask you those?
Okay.
Great, well, I'll let you. I don't have any right now.
All right, I'm in a public hearing. If anybody else wants to speak for or against this public hearing, I need you to come to the microphone. Kevin, you said everything you need to say. Are you okay or what? Okay. Anybody else would like to speak for or against this? We're in a public hearing. If not, I'm going to adjourn the public hearing. I'll adjourn this public hearing, please. Mr. Yeah, say it, Kevin.
When I was on my,
Do we have a motion to adopt on this?
No.
Yeah, let's get it on.
Yeah, we went to the public hearing and then we just adjourned it, so it's public hearing.
So now let's get it on.
very good, motion to adopt.
Second.
Do we have a motion to suspend the readings?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'd prefer not to have one, if that's okay with everybody. Cool.
Oh, not to
I'd prefer not to suspend these readings. If everybody wants to, we can go through it tonight and, read it 3 times like we used to, but just for the sake of, this is kind of a discussion first kind of thing. So I'm okay with not having suspending all the readings right now.
Okay, so then it's just, and we had a public hearing, and it's not on the floor.
So with the audience
Is it
there,
on the
what we're doing tonight,
floor
we
now?
just, I want to explain to them what we're doing real fast.
We
We've
can't
had
have
a
it on the
public
floor.
hearing
We can have a
for and
discussion.
against the public hearing, so we've adjourned the public hearing. Mr. Hamilton controls the ordinance. He's asked not to go further with it. Is that true?
No, when we call it, we discuss it, and then we have to call it. The reason why they have it 3 times, my understanding was that you call it, you have a discussion. The next meeting, you call it, you have a discussion. The next meeting, you call it, and you vote.
It's my
And then we
understanding,
suspend. I didn't know that we couldn't have a discussion about it.
Councilmember Hamilton, do you want to place it on its second reading then?
No, I wanted to place it on its first and have a discussion, and then, but are we not allowed to have a discussion?
We usually have a motion and a second before we discuss items, and we can't have a motion and a second to adopt it without suspending the readings. And so our normal parliamentarian, Diane, is not here.
Well, then,
who
I'll
is-
make this very easy, I apologize. I make a motion to suspend all the readings.
Thank you.
There's a motion to suspend all the readings,
second.
and there's a second now.
On the motion to suspend the readings, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes?
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
Ms. Ross?
Motion to adopt.
Yes,
Thank you.
And then motion
Second.
adopt.
Second.
There's a second. Now, Ms. Ross?
Years ago, when we started looking at electronic copy signs before they're very prolific in the city, we wanted to, get ahead of the curve on these. And there was much discussion. There were several meetings, and the people of the city, residents, business owners, what we have in place now is what came out of those meetings. So I know that it is, it comes from not just the city council or our opinion or whatever. By doing this one, it's not even 1 block, it's a half a block on one side of the street and half a block on the other side of the street. And what this is doing on Main Street, I don't know if you've driven down Main Street lately, but there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Mid-City. We've got the fire station coming in. If you drive down and see the buildings that they're remodeling, I mean, it's looking great. People have been working really hard. We've had people just recently buy property because they like the aesthetics on the street. And that's one of the things in the ordinance that prohibits having a copy sign district. It also can be for aesthetics. And that's one of the things to keep this from looking, I mean, it's what, a 48-inch TV down on every single business. Where we do have the sign district are large lots. They're like on East McCain, you've got Walmart, you've got Kroger. You don't have boom, boom, boom. You don't have several little businesses just all along there. And so if we vote for this, There's no way that we can come back to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and say no to them. Because if they ask for it, we're not following our guidelines, and we're not being fair to others that come in and want another one. So I've told, I can't support this. And the one reason that we can't do it, because they had called me first, from, say, 13th Street up to 22nd Street, which, that would be logical, because that's basically the area, is you can't have, it can't be any historic in that area. Old Main is a historic building, so we could not have that. That blocks that out, too, on top of the aesthetics. But this is the biggest precedent I think I've ever seen in the city. If we pass that, we might as well just do away with all sign districts.
Ms. Hart was next. I'll come back to you.
And can I just, I want to clarify something. It actually is a whole block on both sides of the road from 20th to 21st Street.
So that map's not right?
The map that I'm looking at goes from 20th to 21st
Those are, that's alley
Street.
to alley. That's alley to alley, isn't it?
If I'm looking at
Sean,
mine, this is 20th Street.
Before we go any further, just
that's
have Sean come up here,
21st
please.
Street.
He'll
That's
explain
one
to
full
us.
block.
Before Sean comes up here, Ms. Hart,
This is the block.
I had,
hang on to it,
Okay,
Sean,
I
just a
stand
second.
corrected. I stand
All right, it's
corrected.
okay.
I have one question and then one statement for the council to consider. My first question is, how long ago was this conversation about the signage? Do we know how many?
I got the answer. It was adopted in
15 years ago,
May
I think.
24th, 2010.
Okay.
Hang on, Ms. Hart, I'm gonna get him, did you understand this is, I think we've been corrected on the size of the lot, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Right, that
Okay.
is,
It's
okay.
from
Amy showed me on the map.
20th to 21st Street.
Back to you, Ms. Hart. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so I do think that with evolution and growth, one of the things that we need to consider is that what I'm seeing is that every time this particular electronic sign situation comes in as a challenge and we feel compelled to not do it, it falls in our African-American communities. And when we look at some of the larger communities like Main Street where you have bigger development, you see some of the African-American communities trying to draw attention to those areas and making people drive down there so they look at that differently. They see opportunity, they see growth, and it seems like every time that we have come up with this particular question, it's been in a community that is predominantly African-American that's trying to promote development and growth. And then we're saying that a law that we made 15 years ago limits our ability to be able to do that moving forward. So that we're also setting a precedent about our ability to help our communities grow effectively, because we recognize that McCain has large signs and they continue to grow. So we think, that's setting a precedent about how we want to be able to grow. So I think we're giving people an opportunity to see where we can go. I think we limit ourselves when we say no to this.
Mr. Hamilton. And then Ms. Ross.
I respect that opinion. I can't speak to that. So I will think on that, and I'll keep an eye out for if we're doing that. I don't have any objections to the ordinance intent. I don't want Las Vegas. There are areas where we need to have laws against changeable copy signs. It makes sense to have regulations on electronic changeable copy signs. And I made the mistake of, on my first year on the council, of bringing one up, not really understanding. And Councilmember Ross and other council members, I was educated. And I haven't had an opportunity, or I have declined to bring any up since then. And I have not done so. This one has changed my mind. I have some photos, and I did not get them in time to be shown. But I would like for everyone to think about, it's really difficult to do without the photos. So, well, a couple of points. Number one, what they have is a changeable copy sign. It's not an electronic changeable copy sign. It's got the marquee, and they have to go out there and manually do it. It is lit up. It has got two big posts, and it's lit up, And it does not have the electronic changeable copy part. But what they're requesting is to change it from, just give me a second, I understand. They're requesting to change it from a changeable copy sign to an electronic changeable copy sign. And I asked them why. And they're like, because we've got an old rundown sign out there that has got people have, over the past 20 years or so, it's looking bad. It's time to update it. The ordinance that was passed talks about aesthetics and not wanting to limit the technology. I asked them if they would be open to not changing the sign, like having it static for weeks at a time. And they were like, months, no problem. We just don't, it doesn't look good. And we're going out there just doing this. And so if we put on, it's the same size, the electronic changeable copy part is the same size. One reason is aesthetics. And I don't believe that is an issue in this case. I think that a newer, updated sign that looks modern, that promotes the church, that is static, would be a better option than what is there now. In terms of and also it's got the two poles, the two cement poles. They've agreed to put it on bricks to make it a true monument sign. So it would be an even better update, I think, than what is there. In terms of location to North Little Rock High School, it's a couple blocks away. There's a massive highway that runs near North Little Rock High School, too. There's a huge glowing North Little Rock Justice Center, which I love, and I'm very proud of, right by North Little Rock High School as well. A few years ago, in terms of precedence and not wanting to open the door for these types of things, this council approved, let me see the exact time because I don't want to implicate anyone that was not, but on December 27th of 2016, the council approved a waiver for a huge electronic sign twice as big as the one that's being proposed now, closer to the school, right in front of the North Little Rock Community Center. And it is, the city itself waived all the requirements. We said we did not need to do that. And I don't mind that sign. It worked. It told people what was going on at the community center. I thought it was great. Now we're asking for one that will improve the aesthetics in the area that is, well, I don't want Las Vegas and I don't want to be overcome. So that's why I brought this before you today. If anyone would like time to think about it, I have pictures of the one we approved over by the community center, which is actually closer to the high school. We passed that and it didn't open the floodgates.
Ms. Ross,
So
I'm sorry.
that's what I have. Go ahead.
Ross.
I can answer to the one at the community center, because in this legislation, government property is not in part of this, and that was on a government property. So it can go on the government property, and that was at one time, I don't know, I was not necessarily for that part, but that's what people wanted in there, is that we could put out messages to the city. We could put messages on all the copy signs on the cities. If there was an emergency or something, we could put out information on that. Also, as far as this being African-American area, it seems like we're picking on, that is not all an African-American area in there. I mean, the businesses along there, there's several, it's mixed. It's mixed. There's black, white, there's brown, there's yellow, whatever. That is a mixed use down Main Street. And what we want to do is keep this consistent with down here. I mean, Argenta they've had their growth. It's time to take it on out to further communities. So that's one of the things that I want to keep that look, aesthetics on there, as much money as people have been putting in that new property down there. I just wish you'd drive down and look at them. And it's strictly aesthetics.
Ms. Hart, you were next.
I just have a question about who on the council, like, what is the issue? So, because I hear you saying.
I can't ask that question right now. You can voice your opinion, but I think you're going to get an answer if you ask for a vote, if you see what I'm saying. So go.
Well, no, because I'm one of the newer council members, so the
understand you
previous
are.
discussion, I didn't know about.
I don't think you can ask them how they feel about it. That's what I'm saying. Does it make sense to you? Go ahead. Mr. Hamilton.
Perhaps as a council member, you could voice an opinion and wonder what other people think about it. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Anybody else? Mr. Fowler.
I have a question for Ms. Fields.
Okay.
So I want to understand what we're potentially doing here, because there's constant and regular discussion about the consequences of our actions. So we are shrinking, this legislation shrinks a sign district to a block-by-block radius. Is that correct?
And this one is a block. It is, I've discussed this ordinance with planning prior to the time that we drafted it. It is within the confines of our electronic changeable copy sign ordinance. And this is not anything that is outside the bounds of what you all are allowed to do and have done. You know, and the ECC districts are of different sizes, but whatever A through R is of the various ones that have been permitted throughout the city.
Sorry.
Ms. Hart.
So the city subject matter experts are saying, what I'm hearing from planning, from the folks who are in our city who do this every day, are saying that the way that this is designed is not creating a challenge. Because I hear two things. I hear that there's a challenge with what type of precedent are we setting moving forward versus a conversation about, is the way that this particular ordinance going to be affecting the surrounding community in it? That's two separate issues.
Right, and if that is a question for me, I am comfortable that this does not set a precedent that if you all approve it, which is up to you all, that the city council has created a special exception outside of the ECC ordinance for this particular property because of the way it's drafted. It is a question for you all of whether you want to approve this or not.
I got to go, Ms. Ross, and come back to you, Mr. Hamilton.
It does set a precedent. I don't care what you say, because we have people call us all the time. So if I have the one on the next block, say Smith Funeral Home wants one, then we want them on down the street, and we want one at the beauty supply place, and we want one, you know, Special Olympics new building that they've just built there for the state Special Olympics. You know, I don't see how you can approve one and the next person. I'm all about being fair. If you do for one, you do for all. And I just, the next person that comes along, I don't see how we can tell them no.
Mr. Hamilton, may I go to Mr. Baxter? Then
Absolutely.
come back to you, Mr. Baxter.
Here's my thing, right? So when you start talking about a district, an overlay district, right? Think about, you know, some place that's really adjacent to a neighborhood group, right? I mean, you know, they could even set something smaller. Well, I just want it, you know, the 60 foot of the frontage of my property, right? As it abuts to, say, MacArthur, and there's a neighborhood right next to it. You know, I think when you start trying to, for lack of a better word, pigeonhole where these things go throughout the city, I think, and I could be wrong, but it's in my opinion, I think we could be opening ourselves up for trouble down the road.
Mr. Hampton.
So this is a church, and in terms of allowing government property to have it and not allowing churches to have it, do we open ourselves up for any legislation there in terms of preferential treatment?
And
and content?
And this is something that I've not had a chance to look at prior to this meeting. What I will say is, and I did not look at the entirety of the ordinance prior to this meeting with respect to the sign at the community center, but I don't think that there would have had to have been a waiver for that if it was already allowed by the ordinance. And so I don't know that's necessarily an accurate statement, but I am coming into this without having read, I read this ordinance in context of the ECC, but not as it relates to the community center. And Ms. Ross is right. Every one of these, every time you pass the ECC district, which is A through R, then you do have to grapple with that the next time that one comes along.
Mr. Hampton?
A through R, I'm guessing close to at least more than 15 sign districts we have at this point?
I would think so,
Okay.
without counting.
One of the other issues is the flashing lights, the changing copy. I mean, driver safety and everything. I would prefer, actually, to have an amendment tonight that would limit them to not being able to change it except once every 2 weeks. I wouldn't want it changing every 30 seconds or 1 minute or even 5 minutes. Let's limit it to once every 2 weeks or a month. Right now, it's so terrible that it needs an update. And this is what people do, obviously, because the city council did it for the community center. And it was a really large sign that we granted a waiver to. There was nothing content. We had to grant a waiver because it wasn't allowed. So the city waived our own rules for that sign. In terms of opening up the door, sometimes we need to. Sometimes the government is different. But advertising Zumba classes, I think we should stick to the rules. But we granted ourselves a waiver on that one. When we're talking about a church, that is not even, it will look better aesthetically. The brick monument sign, newer, it'll be static, if I can do that. These types of signs work. North Little Rock Police during police drug bat, or, we've got traffic signs all up that, change electronic changeable copy stuff in the middle of the road, oftentimes. Things have changed in the past 15 years. Every highway now has electronic changeable copy signs on top as you're driving under the highways. Things have changed in 15 years. I respect the intent to not end up like Las Vegas, absolutely. But I have another, not a question so much, but I realize that the North Little Rock Event Center will probably be needing signage.
No, I disapproved it. I said no.
I'm sorry?
We were going to put one up, and I turned it down because it wasn't the right place. So we're not putting one up.
Okay. Beyond that statement, if we ever wanted to advertise the North Little Rock Event Center in a big way, and we wanted a waiver, or if we needed one, or if we wanted to change anything, we should think about that. If we're going to deny something that is almost, I wouldn't have brought it if I didn't think it was the same. And so at this point, I'd like to make an amendment to put a restriction in that the changeable copy or the electronic sign cannot be changed more than once every 14 days.
All right.
And it must be static.
Ms. Ross.
I want to hear from the applicant on that.
Well,
All right, I'm sorry, Ms. Clark. Go ahead, you can come.
Thank you, because I got skipped over twice at this point, but
I apologize.
it's okay. I do want us to consider, and I'm saying this, I have talked with all of you guys. I want to make sure on the record that I am not saying that there's any biases, but I want us to all recognize what unconscious bias is. And every time, for me, as a newer member, when I see ordinances that come within the African-American community, we create significant limitations around them that we don't create in other parts of the community. And I just think that, one, we need to consider that. Two, I think as elected officials, we recognize that evolution and growth is going to happen, and these people elected us to use our knowledge and do our due diligence to ensure that the decisions we make don't negatively affect the people that we represent. So if there is no evidence to support that somebody is going to end up like Las Vegas, then we're throwing a presumption, we're assuming without evidence to support the assumption. And in that instance, we're not doing our due diligence as elected officials. And I think that, I'm always going to err on the side of caution, but I'm going to look to where is evidence to support the argument that is being made, which is why I asked, what is the argument? So if I am, there have been things that you guys have educated me on that I didn't know about. So if there is something that you know about that I don't know about, then say what it is, so that we can make a decision as council members with accurate information. But what I see right now is assumptions, us projecting a thought that we think is going to happen, but there's nothing to support that idea. And the other thing that I see is that most of the time, because I've dealt with 3 of these, they were in the African-American community, they had to do with the church, and these folks got all these limitations and all of these restrictions where I see electronic signs that exist in other parts of our city, and it does not look like Las Vegas. So the idea that we can't do that just doesn't exist. So that's why I'm trying to get some clarity on some of the council members' thought processes of, where are you pulling the idea that it's going to turn into Las Vegas, or that it's going to create a precedent that 15 million people are going to come to us and say, we want an electronic change copy sign if we do this one thing.
Anybody else? Ms. Ross?
As far as, assumption, presumptions, whatever, I will err on the side of being conservative and keeping this area. I don't know how we describe the area as other than, it's quaint. It's a quaint area. And I don't see 48-inch TVs on all these properties. And I'm not assuming that everyone's going to put one out, but they do have the opportunity to put one out. And believe me, the sign salesmen, they're out there, and they're showing them what they can do and all this. So that's not assuming. That one, I can see it coming easily.
Anybody else? Mr. Hamilton?
I had made an amendment.
I know, but I'm listening for a second, first off. He's made the
Okay.
amendment. I got to listen for a second on it.
Second.
There's a second over here on the amendment. Can you repeat
debatable?
the amendment?
Can we discuss the?
Then I would,
Yes, it's been motioned and seconded, and so now it can be discussed.
so,
On the amendment, I disagree, because again, I think when we have certain people that come up here, we create restrictions that don't exist for other folks. So I'm not going to be for that amendment, because I think whatever we have allowed for others in our city that have been directly connected to electronic signs should be allowed to them. And we deal with the issue when the issue becomes an issue, not, throwing it out there and it hadn't become an issue. So I'm not for that amendment.
All right, Mr.
Now,
Hamilton?
was there a second on?
There was a second
there was
on
a
the
second.
amendment.
Okay.
Mr. Hamilton?
I respect you, Councilmember Hart. I do not. I respect you enough to be honest with you that I don't see it. I don't see it that, and to be completely honest, I wasn't looking for it. I'm
Right,
not
yeah,
the kind
that's
of
what I'm
person that
saying.
would. I don't have that. I don't see it. I'll keep an eye out for it.
I'll make you aware when it happens.
Please do. Thank you. I am for the ordinance, or for the amendment, the flashing signs and the static. I think, and I would also like to hear from, we've discussed this a little bit before, but I think it'd be good for the council to hear from the applicant on the 2-week limit.
Yes.
But I can see flashing signs and things like that being an issue. And I would prefer for, I don't want a ton of flashing signs everywhere. And so I like the idea of keeping the aesthetics in mind. And I think the ordinance could be changed a little bit to allow some newer technology. But at this point, I would prefer to create the district, allow their sign, and put a restriction on it.
Well, right now, help me if I'm wrong, we've got amendment on the floor. I have a second on the floor, correct?
Correct.
So,
So we're voting on the amendment.
yes, on the amendments, where we be voting on.
And Councilmember Hamilton has asked to hear from the applicant, and you the chair of the meeting, so.
I understand that, so, and I've still got another question, Mr. Baxter. I was trying to bring us up where we are.
So help me out here, right? If you're, because I want to understand this, and perhaps the applicant can shine some light on this as well. If you want the sign to stay static for 2 weeks, that's your words, not mine, right? Then why go to the expense of putting an electronic changeable copy sign, right? Which requires some type of computer interface in an effort to change it at some point. Who's going to enforce the 2 weeks, right? I would think that again, churches in their fiduciary responsibility to their congregation would want to put the most inexpensive sign they could that still puts a message out there, which a letter sign would do. They could keep up, you could change that every day, right? So, I mean, that's what a lot of other businesses and churches use today.
I'm coming to you in just a second, if you don't mind, but I was going to make sure all the questions. Mr. Hamilton still got another question.
In a response, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. To me, it would be the difference between looking old and looking newer and modern. And looking like you know what you're doing and looking like you may not. And you're kind of past the times. If it is, I mean, why didn't the community center put up a regular marquee sign? I don't want things looking like Las Vegas. I don't want things everywhere. But when you actually do it in a way that's the same size and is easier to do when you do want to do it, and it updates and looks better, then I don't see where there should be a restriction on it. I can't see it. It was good enough for us for the community center.
I'm going to let Mr. Harris, and then I'm going to bring you back up since he asked you to speak, okay?
I'm removing my second.
Okay, well, you can't do that right now. So, come on up, please. There was a question asked towards you to see. Did everybody understand where we are right now? We had a motion, we had a second. I've stopped it. We've had our discussion. He wanted to hear this from the person who's applying.
Thank you. We definitely didn't mean to bring all of this discussion. All we're trying to do is enhance the area and also upgrade as it relates to modern technology like you all have done here. The community center has that sign. The hotel down from the school that's newer than our church has a marquee sign that's lit up and it's electronic. Best Western, I believe, is the hotel. Full Council Church that's on 16th, we're on 20th, have a sign. All we're trying to do is enhance, upgrade what we have to give out the message to the community about our outreach, emergency that may be taking place. Like I said earlier, we are willing to adjust whatever brightness that needs to be adjusted, whatever the content needs to be. And the sign we have now, we don't change it every 2 weeks. So 2 weeks would be fine with us. All we're trying to do is enhance. I know there will be a day when this council will allow enhancements like that to take place. You have to start somewhere. So I'm just suggesting that you may look into the standards that you have already set, make some adjustments, and put some limits on what we're able to do, but definitely consider us moving forward and to help beautify the community, which is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what you're saying is it would be a monument sign. You'll take it down to a 6-foot monument sign, and you would put your message up there and leave that message for 2 weeks? Is that what I believe that the amendment is?
That would work for us.
All right, let me bring us up to date. We had a motion. You wanted to withdraw your second. Is that correct? Or am I allowed?
Just trying to move it forward.
All right, I understand. So, but we have an amendment on the floor. So it's still an amendment on the floor. Do you want to keep your second or?
If he's okay with 2 weeks, like Councilmember Baxter said, who in the heck is going to go out there to make sure that guy's not changing it for every 2 weeks? I mean, I just want to.
Question is, you want to withdraw your second or keep your second?
There are people out there who will. There are people.
Sir, you want me to keep my, you want to do the 2 week thing?
2 weeks is great for us.
Keep my second.
All right, there's a motion and there's an amendment and there is a second. Am I correct, Ms.
Okay,
Fields?
I think it's, oh, is it, you had something else to say?
Yeah. But now the brightness and everything will all other regulations, everything will still stay in effect, correct?
So
And you'll have a
understand
nice
it. That's
monument
what-
sign
That's what
there?
the Reverend
It's just-
said, yes. All right, I believe I'm up to date, saying we have a motion and we have a second. So on the amendment, rather. So on the amendment, we have
On
a
the
second.
amendment,
Now, hang
Ross.
on, Ms. Ross.
And no movement,
And no movement.
no movement, it's just gonna have a sign.
I said static in the amendment.
Okay.
All right, amendment has been stationed, it's been made, there is a second, so please. There's
Ross?
No more
Yes.
discussion.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
No.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
I'm concerned with limiting the church's ability to change their sign, but with the pastor's blessing, I will say yes.
Insulaco?
Yes, as well.
Is there a motion to adopt as amended?
Motion to adopt as amended.
Second.
On the motion to adopt as amended, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Anybody else, we have any comments from the public? I don't have you in front of me here, so if not, Ms. Hart.
Asking for the council to keep our fellow council member in your prayers. She lost a family member, I think it was an aunt, and so she was not able to join us today. So during the holiday season, bereavement is always hard.
Anybody else? Ms. Ross?
Sanitation remindment, can we remind everybody of the sanitation schedule?
Yes, if everybody's asked me why we're not closing Friday, well, our city, as I've told most of you, we have sanitation pickup. So I know some other municipalities such as state is closing, but we'll have our trash picked up Friday and Saturday to get back onto it. So everybody knows that. Anybody else? If not?
So moved.
So move.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.